Keep your voice firm. A humanoid robot that looks, moves, and even reacts like us for just $3,500. China has officially launched it, and the footage is freaking people out worldwide. What this machine can already do is beyond science fiction, and it's only the beginning. Join us and discover the new robots from China that are shocking the world. Let's go!
Number 13. THR-3, Toyota's remote control champion. Toyota built THR-3 specifically for remote operation in dangerous environments. This robot stands 1.5 meters tall and mimics every movement a human operator makes in real time. Where the control system and the robot becomes your physical avatar somewhere else entirely. The operator wears a headset showing video from the robot's perspective, plus a vest and gloves covered in sensors. Move your arm, and THR-3's arm moves identically. Walk forward, and the robot walks forward. The feedback system sends force and touch sensations back to the operator, creating a two-way connection between human and machine. This matters for disaster response situations. Send THR-3 into a collapsed building, radioactive zone, or burning structure, while the operator stays safe miles away. The robot can manipulate objects, open doors, and perform rescue tasks with human-level dexterity, because an actual human is controlling every movement. Toyota demonstrated THR-3 shooting basketball free throws with the operator standing across the room. The robot's movements matched the human's form so precisely that it made shots consistently. They also showed medical applications, where a surgeon in one country could perform procedures using THR-3 in another country with patients who can't travel. The technology bridges distance without sacrificing the physical presence that some situations absolutely require. Number 12. Apollo, the robot built for warehouses. Apptronik in Austin, Texas, created Apollo specifically for warehouse and logistics work. This robot stands 1.7 meters tall, weighs 73 kilograms, and lifts 25 kilograms repeatedly without overheating or losing efficiency. Apollo uses modular design that lets companies swap out parts quickly when something breaks. Arms, legs, and torso sections detach and replace in minutes rather than sending the entire robot back for repairs. That modularity matters for commercial deployment because downtime costs money. The robot runs for 4 hours on a single battery charge and swaps batteries in seconds using a hot swap system. One battery charges while another powers the robot. This keeps Apollo working continuously throughout warehouse shifts. Companies like Mercedes-Benz are testing Apollo in real manufacturing environments. The robot moves parts between workstations, loads and unloads materials, and works alongside human employees without safety cages or barriers. Apollo uses the same approach to AI that Tesla uses with Optimus. Train the system with massive amounts of data, then let it adapt to new situations using learned patterns. Apptronik designed Apollo to be affordable at scale. They're targeting a price point where companies can buy dozens of units and still save money compared to human labor costs over 5 years.
I have a question for you. First, I would like to say that it is possible to follow the greatest curiosities of our world every day. But to do so, you need to be subscribed to our channel. So, are you already subscribed? If not, take the opportunity to subscribe now. Also, take the opportunity to like the video so YouTube will recommend more videos from our channel. So leave your like right now. And now that you have done that, let's go!
Number 11. Nadine, the receptionist that remembers your last visit. Nanyang Technological University in Singapore created Nadine as a social robot with persistent memory. She remembers every conversation, recognizes people she talked to months ago, and picks up conversations where they left off last time. That memory persistence creates interactions that feel genuinely personal instead of starting fresh every single time. Nadine worked as a receptionist at NTU, greeting visitors, answering questions, and providing campus information. Her skin uses soft materials that look and feel more realistic than hard plastics most robots use. Facial expressions change smoothly thanks to motors controlling different regions of the face independently. She makes eye contact, nods during conversations, and uses hand gestures that match what she's saying. The AI behind Nadine processes natural language, understands context, and generates responses that flow naturally in conversations. She speaks multiple languages, switching between them based on who's talking to her. Researchers tested Nadine in elderly care settings where she provided companionship to seniors living alone. She played games, had conversations about their past, and reminded them about medications or appointments. Seniors reported feeling less lonely when interacting regularly with Nadine, even though they knew she was a robot.
Number 10. Asimo, the robot that started it all. Honda spent 20 years developing Asimo before retiring the project in 2022. But that robot changed everything about how companies approach humanoid development. Asimo stood 1.3 meters tall, walked up and down stairs, ran at 9 kilometers per hour, and recognized faces and voices of dozens of people simultaneously. Back in 2000, when Asimo first appeared, nothing moved like it. Robots were clunky, slow, and fell over constantly. Then Honda showed this little humanoid running, turning on a dime, and climbing stairs smoothly. It shocked the entire robotics industry. Asimo could open bottles, pour drinks, carry trays, and use sign language to communicate with deaf individuals. Honda brought Asimo to schools, museums, and conferences worldwide as an ambassador for robotics technology. Millions of people saw their first real humanoid robot through Asimo demonstrations. The technology Honda developed for Asimo didn't disappear when they retired the project. Those innovations in balance, walking algorithms, and human interaction spread throughout the industry. Almost every modern humanoid uses concepts Honda pioneered with Asimo. The robot might be retired, but its influence powers every bipedal machine being built today.
Number 9. X-Robots, the factory making human copies. Dalian, China houses a company that's mass-producing something wild. X-Robots creates androids so realistic that people at exhibitions literally ask if they're humans in costumes. The company had to start making announcements clarifying their products are actually robots. These things use 3D printed silicone skin that looks and feels like the real deal. Over 25 micro-actuators control just the head, creating more than 140 different facial movements. The mimicry is what freaks people out most. Someone moves their head, smiles, sticks their tongue out, the robot copies every single movement perfectly. Miniature motors throughout the skull track and replicate human expressions in real time. It crosses straight into Uncanny Valley and keeps going. X-Robots sells customized androids with different personalities programmed in. Want a replica of a famous person? They'll build it. Need a specific character? They've got you covered. Each unit takes 2 weeks to a month to manufacture. Prices run from $110,000 to $210,000, depending on what you want. The silicone even maintains warm temperature through embedded heating elements. Touch one and it feels like touching actual human skin.
Number 8. Sharena 4, Iran's technological statement. University of Tehran built Sharena 4 and shocked the robotics world by creating a humanoid that competes with machines from countries with far larger budgets. This robot stands 1.7 meters tall, weighs 68 kilograms, and demonstrates capabilities that put it alongside robots from Japan, China, and the United States. Sharenga 4 walks at 0.7 meters per second, grabs objects with force-sensing hands, and performs tasks like writing, using tools, and manipulating small objects with surprising precision. What makes this significant is where it came from. Iran faced international sanctions limiting access to advanced technology and components. Engineers had to develop most systems domestically, using locally available materials and manufacturing capabilities. The fact they produced a humanoid this capable under those constraints impressed robotics researchers worldwide. Sharenga 4 uses 43 degrees of freedom across its body, giving it movement flexibility comparable to much more expensive robots. The hands have 6 degrees of freedom each and can apply precise force when gripping delicate objects. Iran presented Sharenga 4 as proof of their technological capabilities despite international isolation. The robot demonstrates that advanced robotics development doesn't require access to cutting-edge international supply chains if engineers are creative and determined enough.
Number 7. Figure 01. The factory robot that learned by watching. Figure AI dropped something wild in 2024. Their humanoid Figure 01 learned tasks just by watching humans do them once or twice. No extensive programming, no thousands of training runs. Watch and learn like a human apprentice would. The robot stands 1.6 meters tall, weighs 60 kilograms, and works at BMW manufacturing plants, right now doing real production tasks. Here's what blows minds. Figure 01 picks up coffee pods and places them in a Keurig machine. Sounds simple until you realize it learned that entire sequence from observation alone. The hands have human-like dexterity, letting it manipulate small objects most robots fumble with constantly. Each finger moves independently, with enough sensitivity to handle eggs without cracking them. BMW brought in multiple Figure 01 units to handle tasks humans find repetitive and physically demanding. The robots insert sheet metal parts, move components between stations, and quality check assemblies. They work 24 hours straight without breaks, while maintaining consistent quality that human workers struggle to match during long shifts. Figure AI partnered with OpenAI to integrate advanced language models into their robots. You can talk to Figure 01 and it understands complex instructions without needing programming for every single task variation. Number 6. Now, the tiny robot teaching thousands of kids. SoftBank Robotics made Now as an educational robot, and now over 10,000 units work in schools across 70 countries. This little humanoid stands just 58 centimeters tall, making it non-threatening to children while still being capable of complex interactions. Now teaches programming, mathematics, and language skills through interactive lessons that engage students in ways textbooks never could. The robot walks, talks, recognizes faces, and responds to voice commands. Students program Now to perform dances, tell stories, and complete challenges that teach coding concepts through hands-on practice. Teachers use Now to reach students with autism, who often respond better to consistent, predictable robot interactions than to variable human social cues. Studies showed autistic children engaged more actively in lessons when Now presented material compared to traditional teaching methods. The robot never gets impatient, frustrated, or changes its approach unexpectedly. That consistency creates a safe learning environment for kids who struggle with typical classroom dynamics. Now also works in research labs, studying human-robot interaction, serves as a platform for teaching robotics concepts to university students, and performs in entertainment contexts, dancing and doing coordinated group performances with other Now robots. Number 5. Keenan X-Man R1, the service worker that never complains. Chinese company Kenon built a robot that works in restaurants, hotels, and service centers, doing everything from taking orders to cleaning bathrooms. The X-Man R1 coordinates perfectly with other service robots, creating synchronized operations that put human teams to shame. Years of analyzing large-scale service scenarios went into developing this machine. Advanced perception technologies and spatial awareness let it understand and execute complex human commands without constant supervision. The AI vision system detects objects and plans long-term tasks on its own. The waist rotates 180 degrees for maximum flexibility when working. Watch it deliver meals, collect dishes, handle luggage, and clean spaces while communicating with other robots in the area. They work together like a hive mind. No miscommunication, no dropped tasks, no one calling in sick. This represents a future where robots don't just replace individual workers, but create entirely new service systems that humans can't match. The coordination between multiple X-Man R1 units happens faster and more accurately than any human team could achieve, even on their best day. Number 4. Fourier GR1, the medical assistant that never gets tired. Shanghai dropped a robot designed specifically for healthcare, and it's changing everything about medical care. The Fourier GR1 walks faster than Tesla's Optimus while carrying nearly its own weight. But speed isn't what makes this special. This robot lifts an 80-kilogram elderly patient from bed to wheelchair with perfect gentleness. Sensors covering the entire body detect fragility levels and adjust pressure automatically. No jerky movements, no uncomfortable handling. Just smooth, careful transfers that prioritize patient comfort. Those same sensors do more than detect fragility. They pick up blood pressure changes, body temperature shifts, and heart rhythm variations through simple contact. Real-time health monitoring happens during every interaction. The robot comes with an emotional AI module that displays happiness, sadness, anger, or surprise based on context. Patients feel more comfortable when the machine helping them shows appropriate emotions. At $27,500 per unit, Fourier plans to manufacture hundreds of these. That price point makes it the first mass-production humanoid built specifically for healthcare. Hospitals worldwide are paying attention because this solves the medical staff shortage without sacrificing quality of care. Number 3. Geminoid DK, the professor's identical twin. Henrik Scharfe from Aalborg University got himself cloned, not biologically, robotically. Geminoid DK is an exact replica of Professor Scharfe, built by Hiroshi Ishiguro, the same guy who created Erica. This android looks so much like the professor that students do double takes when both appear in the same room. Every wrinkle, every hair, every skin tone detail was replicated with obsessive precision. Geminoid DK doesn't walk around. It sits in a chair connected to air compressors that power pneumatic actuators throughout its body. Those actuators create micro-movements in the face and upper body that match human breathing patterns, head tilts, and subtle shifts people do unconsciously during conversations. The creepy part? Professor Scharfe controls the robot remotely using motion capture and voice transmission. He can sit in Denmark while Geminoid DK gives lectures in Japan. Students see the robot's lips move in perfect sync with the professor's voice. The head turns when the professor turns his head. Hand gestures translate from human to machine in real time. This technology explores telepresence in ways video calls never could. There's something psychologically different about interacting with a physical entity that looks human versus talking to a screen. Students reported feeling more engaged with Geminoid DK than with standard video conference lectures. Number 2. iCub, the child robot that learns like kids do. Italian Institute of Technology created iCub as a research platform shaped like a 4-year-old child. This robot stands just over 1 meter tall and weighs 33 kilograms, designed specifically to learn through interaction the same way human children develop skills. iCub has 53 motors controlling its body, giving it movement capabilities similar to a young child, still developing coordination. The hands have 9 degrees of freedom each, letting iCub grasp objects, manipulate toys, and explore its environment through touch. Cameras in the eyes track objects and faces. Microphones pick up sounds and voices. Tactile sensors cover the skin, detecting pressure, temperature, and texture. All that sensory input feeds into learning algorithms that let iCub gradually improve at tasks through trial and error. Over 35 iCub robots work in research labs across Europe, studying how intelligence emerges from embodied interaction with physical environments. The robot learns object permanence, cause and effect, and basic physics by playing with blocks, balls, and simple mechanisms. Researchers use iCub to understand human cognitive development by watching how the robot learns compared to how children learn the same skills. The robot struggles with tasks that seem easy for adults but challenge young children, providing insights into which aspects of intelligence require specific types of learning experiences. Number 1. Digit, the package delivery robot actually working. Agility Robotics built Digit specifically to deliver packages, and it's already working for companies like Amazon. This robot stands roughly human height, walks on 2 legs, and carries boxes weighing up to 18 kilograms. What makes Digit practical for delivery work is its ability to navigate stairs, curbs, and uneven surfaces that stop wheeled robots dead. Digit's legs use a unique design with joints that bend backward like bird legs. This gives it stability on slopes and stairs while using less energy than traditional humanoid leg designs. Arms grab packages, manipulate door handles, and place deliveries carefully on porches. The torso houses batteries, computers, and sensors that map environments in 3D. Companies tested Digit in real neighborhoods, delivering actual packages to real customers. The robot walked from delivery trucks to front doors, climbed porch steps, and left packages without damaging anything. Amazon invested heavily in agility robotics because Digit solves a specific problem. Last-mile delivery is expensive when humans do it. Robots don't need breaks, don't get tired, and work around the clock. Digit represents the first humanoid robot designed from the ground up for a specific commercial application, rather than being a general-purpose platform adapted for specific tasks after the fact.
Still curious? Then don't stop now. The next mystery is already waiting for you. Just click the video on screen. I saved it just for you. See you there, curious one.